Hi, my name is Eleni Delopoulos, and I am the Executive Director of Colonial Day, and that is under the Adventure Game Incorporated, a not-for-profit. So today we're going to be doing a virtual parent meeting, and I'll be explaining Colonial Day. And if you would like to go to our website for more information, it is www.theadventuregame.org. So, Colonial American Fair. This happens in 4th grade, and it basically entails us coming into your school and providing hands-on workshops for all of the 4th grade students. So they get to experience the culmination of their Colonial chapter through hands-on learning and activities. And we also really love having parent involvement on that day. Part of our company's mission is for parents and their children to learn creatively together and to just have a really fun time learning. So my involvement in the company started when I was teaching 4 years ago, and I really enjoyed seeing the parents and their children get excited about churning butter and just simple activities that now we take for granted. And the students just really love getting their hands on all of the products and all the things that used to happen in colonial times. So I really think it's a great way for students to learn by using a different part of their brain, and they really retain the information, which is what I was impressed with as a teaching artist, and then I went on to run the company, so because I really loved it so much. So basically, you may have in your email already, or you will be getting a schedule of the day and a colonial fashion document, and perhaps any whatever documents your touchstone person has to send to you. If you would like any further information, always contact me. I can send it to you personally, lesson plans, etc. So what we do is I hire around between 4 and 10 teaching artists, depending on the size of the school, and we all come in and we teach the entire day with different workshops. We do anything from candle making to stenciling to tinsmithing to a class called Dame School, which is the closest thing that we come to a reenactment type class, where I hire an actress to come in and do a day of school or a short lesson that would happen back in the colonial times that includes a spelling bee, etc. And it is all done with a wink and a nod, so have no fear. It's not an incredibly strict class that anyone would be really scared of, but it does give the flavor of how colonial lessons were. We also have colonial music that is taught by an amazing teacher. We have colonial dance, where they'll learn 2 different dances of the period. Boys and girls do not have to dance together. It's just whoever you're across from in the line. So again, that is not to worry. And toys and games, and then we do butter churning. So that is what our day consists of. And if you have your computer open right now, maybe open the schedule so you can see what the schedule looks like. They are around 8 periods of half-an-hour classes with a colonial lunch in the middle. So in those half-an-hour classes, we teach the activities that I was just speaking about. Now, how you can be involved is, besides getting a wonderful outfit for yourself and your student, and again, that's in another video, you can come in and volunteer. Now, it varies from school to school, but in general, you can volunteer for the whole day, or perhaps the session before lunch, the few hours before lunch, and the few hours or the few hours after lunch, depending on your schedule. We welcome basically whatever you can give us. We're really happy to have you there. So in terms of volunteering, there's 2 different kinds of volunteers. There are group leaders and activity leaders. Now the difference is, if you are a group leader, this is a parent whose child says, I really want you to come to school and hang out with me all day and follow my class and be with me all day and experience the day with me. So that is just you being with the class all day, supporting the activities, supporting the students, and just getting everyone excited about what's happening. And you get to see the different activities. If you're an activity leader, your child may say, great, I'm so excited that you're volunteering. I don't need to see you all day. It would be great if you were there maybe an hour. So that we were together for an hour, and otherwise I'm really glad you're here, but yeah. So an activity leader is the type of volunteer that we actually need more of, and those are the people who stay in one of the classrooms through the day. So you would be in stenciling, for example. And there is always a teaching artist or two in the class. So you're never by yourself teaching a class if you are an activity leader. An activity leader means basically you're assisting the teaching artist. If you're in stenciling, like I was just saying, you're handing out the different cards and handing out the paint samples and helping the teaching artist that I hire oversee the students. And as an activity leader, as opposed to a group leader, you've had your hands on the materials more, so you can help more with handing out the materials and making sure that the students are using them well, and that they're having a good time doing it. And that can be really fun because you get to experience the class more than once, and a lot of parents really like getting involved in that. So for candle dipping, you're encouraging them to dip really great candles, and you're handing out the wicks and stuff like that. So it's more of handing things out. There are a few classes where we would like you to be in charge of an activity, but that is basically the hardest thing you'll do is teaching the students how to run hoop relay races in toys and games, and just monitoring hoop relay races, or showing them how to churn butter, which is as simple as pushing a stick up and down inside of a churn, which is around a 2-foot tall wooden vessel. So, and they do actually end up churning real butter by the end of the day. So that is the activity leader, somebody who is either in stenciling, candle making, tinsmithing, dame school, handing out things, supervising, or if you're in toys and games, showing the children how to hoop relay race. And again, there's always a teaching artist in every classroom, so or two. So there are professionals who are teaching artists / actors who have done this before, and you can direct any questions to them. If you want further information, again, as I mentioned, I'm happy to send lesson plans to you directly so that you can see what we're working from. And there's also a plethora of videos online about Colonial life and activities. So, yeah. So the two different kinds of classes, we have our classes that are experiential learning classes, and classes which are experiential learning classes with a product. So with candle making, your children will dip candles, bring them home. With tinsmithing, they'll make an art project, bring it home. For toys and games, they're learning how to play with the toys, but they don't get to bring home toys necessarily. So those are the two different types of classes that we have. And every school is slightly different, so I would encourage you to look at your schedule and check out what fun classes we have. And again, any help you can give us is very welcome. There should be a volunteer coordinator at your school that you can touch base with to coordinate your schedule. And I think that is about it for now. Again, any questions, please direct it to the volunteer coordinator or to me personally. My email is eleni@theadventuregame.org. So please feel free to email me at any time. I'm very accessible for any questions. And as an epilogue to this meeting, some schools have a Colonial dinner. Dinner was at lunchtime, so we call it the Colonial dinner. And that entails a potluck where you bring in dishes. So there's another video about that, because some schools have that and some schools don't, and either way is great. And just thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope to see you on the day of the fair.